Welcome to the Spectra Ocean Dream Circuit. Racers, start your engines.
Watch your waistline, move your waistline. Watch your waistline, move your waistline.
Racers, start your engines.
Watch your waistline, move your waistline.
I'm kind of pissed off right now. I'm a little bit mad. I missed my workout this morning. And it was for a very funny reason. Which is nice, but still, it makes me pissed because I still want to work out, so I'm going to work out after I stream. I missed my workout because there was a homeless guy in the workout room. I'm not kidding. I walk in this morning and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go work out. I'm like, oh, the lights are off. That's odd. I didn't realize they turned the lights off in the weight room. And so I walk in and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of people's clothes scattered over the workout machines. That's odd. Why would they be there? And then I smelled the place and it smelled like absolute shit. Like absolute horrific shit. And I'm like, oh. So there's somebody who's not supposed to be here because the door to the boiler room was cracked open. So yeah, some homeless guy snuck in. They sent us an email about it. I'd imagine they were not, fucking pleased about it. Apparently there was difficulty removing them. There was great difficulty removing them. So basically they're telling us to lock all of our fucking doors or else homeless bums will sneak in and steal your shit. So yeah. Shout out to my apartment complex in the middle of, a pretty homeless-filled area, relatively. And shout out, they tried their best. And I can't fault them for it. This is not me dissing my apartment complex, by the way. This is not me, sitting here, talking mad shit, oh, yeah, my shitty apartment complex can't keep the homeless people out. No, it's not like that, I swear. I'm very proud of them for not letting them be destroyed by the homeless people. But we have, well, you know, the homeless people will, they will fight, and the war is coming. The war is coming, where all the people with homes will take on all the people without homes. This is actually what the bourgeoisie want. They want us to fight, and I will fight. I will indulge them. Unfortunately, I'm a man sometimes of the people, but sometimes I'm a man against the people. Sometimes I am a man against the people, and I can't deny that. Synthwave, hell yeah. This shit is gonna sound like trippy shit. It's a Friday, I guess. There's no better time. So yeah, shout out to the homeless. I thought this was not the story I was expecting to have to tell on stream. I'm not gonna lie. The homeless guy in the goddamn workout room, you know, it's certainly a once in a blue moon type situation. We'll see if that's been cleared out. I assume it has. I'm worried that the workout room still smells like piss, and I do not want to work out there if it does. But I'm gonna put out my workout clothes. I'm gonna walk up there anyway just to check, just to see what's going down. Have they effectively cleared out the homeless? Not encampment. To call it an encampment, I guess the one guy was encampment. It was a sorry, I should not say guy. There was a woman, the one woman encampment. I don't want to misgender the homeless people. Okay. Because although they are homeless, they don't deserve to be misgendered. You see? Even I have, you know, limits to this, okay? I would never, Sheepo3 would never misgender a homeless person. It's a known fact. God, I'm just so damn wholesome. It's gonna be a fucked up stream today, I can already tell. This is gonna be me just like in my own little suffering bag. I want to play more Red Ball, but I can't because I only stream so much. So I might just start like streaming more. The problem is I haven't been able to because I've had like other shit I've had to deal with, which is like just normal life stuff. A lot of Amazon stuff, just ordering the correct things, and then other life stuff going on. That's all been happening. More stuff will kick off once I get my next paycheck, because then I can make sure that I'm like equipped and signed up for all my necessary health cares and whatnot. I also have to talk to the people. I need to figure out who the fuck my tomorrow. I think that's going to be a thing. I'm going to make a note for myself, actually. I need to figure out, because my Cobra insurance is still technically active, and I want that shit canceled. Because I'm worried that if I don't, like, officially cancel it, they might try to fuck my credit score, and I cannot have that. But the problem with Cobra is that they make it a pain in the ass to cancel it, because either... I don't know who's delivering my Cobra, because I don't know... I doubt it's the, like, my HR person at my old company, because that's normally how it goes, but, like, I work for, like, a massive, like, multinational company, so I'd imagine there's some, like, HR office for, you know, the general company of Nexstar, which is the company I worked for. I imagine there's some like bigger HR office that deals with this shit, and so I have to talk to them. And the question is, first of all, how? And second of all, how long am I gonna have to sit on that phone to cancel my damn insurance? It's gonna be a extensive operation, I'm sure. But that's just health insurance stuff. Now, I believe they cannot use medical debt to fuck your credit, is what I've read. But, big but here, I do not want to, like, I'm not trying to, like, get that, you know, I'm not trying to test that theory, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to pull up and say, yo, let's rock. We are just trying to do our Cobra stuff, okay? That's all. That is all. Thank you. Because now I have state health insurance, or at least I will have state health insurance once my next paycheck hits. And I believe I already have it. I think it's going to, like, be, it's like retroactively applied, which is how health insurance works. Shockingly and suddenly, it is how it works. So it's going to be retroactively applied. Not that it's going to mean anything, because I haven't like done any healthcare related stuff as of late, which is, you know, kind of the goal and the point. But now that I'll have it, now my mom will be like constantly like, my son is going to die suddenly and he'll have no health insurance to save him. Like, don't worry, Mom. If I suddenly get cancer, if I randomly out of the blue decide, oh shit, cancer. If that happens, don't worry, I'll be fine. Exactly. That's right, sweet mama. Your son will be protected. Now, if it's stage 4 cancer, I can't help you there. It's kind of just, that's kind of just like an unfortunate go next type situation, Not every run, you can't win every run is what I always say. I already beat level 8. Why am I beating it again? Fuck it, I guess. So that'll be the major cause for concern on Saturday. I ordered a bunch of furniture. Oh, and I need a damn office chair. Damn, I need to find my ass a place that I can go to look at office chairs. I need to go to the office chair place. Does anybody know where I could? Because the problem is I don't want to like buy some rando office chair online and then I ship it and it's like, it's like shit. Then I have to take it all down, ship it back, send it back. Oh, return policy. I understand you have a return policy. That's great. I don't want to have to use it. I've already used it twice and it sucked both times. But especially for an office chair, because I'm worried like I'm going to get screwed. It's not that I'm going to get screwed on an office chair. It's like I'm going to get an office chair. I'm going to sit and I'm like, oh, it's fine. And then I realize like 1 month in, oh, this is not fine. This is not okay. I am going to die of major back pain. Not a death-causing disorder, but still, the facts remain. And so I'm worried that that's going to be... I'm going to call that a win. I'm worried that will be my my major malfunction. I'm just going to play level 11 for like a hot minute, I think. And so I want to go and... because I'm going to order an office chair off Amazon regardless of what happens, okay? Because there's just no way for me to ship an office chair back to my house. It's just like... the box is too damn big. So I need to find some like emporium where I can go and like check out and like, check out office chairs. Just sit in them. Go to like some IKEA. And decide which one I like. Go back home. Get that shit off Amazon. That is what I will do. Problem is I don't have an IKEA near me. There's a Costco though, and I assume Costco would have office chairs. That is something that a Costco would have. Costco's got everything. Yeah. Come on, man. Give it to me. Be my friend. Oh, the next story I have to tell. Well, maybe not a story. It's just an experience. Because yesterday I didn't stream, and many of you, well, for the 0 people watching my stream right now, many of you may be wondering, well, Sheep003, why didn't you stream? I mean, this is a necessary activity. How could you, forsake us like this? A valid question. However, I had a good reason. There was an office party. The holiday party. Not just any office party. The holiday party. And I said, fuck it, I'll go. Because I'm trying to be social. And I'm going to say it right now. To all, potential office party goers, maybe your company is different from mine. Do not go to office parties. It is not worth it. Nothing will happen. It is not fun. You will sit around and you will talk about business and shit with people that are like fucking 30 years your elder. Respectfully, brother, I'm talking to you because I got nothing else to do. And all you're going to talk about is business and your job. Man, how's your job? I'm new. How's your job treating you? You're new around here. How are you doing? Fuck no. That shit sucks. It was so boring, bro. I could have cried. I'm like, oh, my train's leaving. I have to go. What an excuse. Huge. Jesus, man. Just miserable. Yeah, I talked to some people. It's like I don't know. I don't care about you as a person. Respectfully. I have no, like, you know, I have no hard feelings towards you, but I don't have any warm feelings towards you either. You're an individual I work with at this fucking cubicle job that I work, okay? This sucks. All right? The problem with office parties is that all the cool people in the office don't go to office parties. All the, like, the interesting people that you actually care about, the problem is that they're all interesting because they have shit to do outside of work that isn't, like, work-related. That's what makes them interesting. And because of that, they don't go to, like, you know, work stuff. Because they don't fucking care. They have other shit. I'm like that. I have other shit. I could have stayed home and I could have done a million things. Stream. Right. Do anything interesting. But I didn't. I went to the office party. Oh, I'm going to be social. Problem is that the office party is attended by a bunch of people who only care about work. A bunch of old people. Now, this is like an old people thing. This is the thing I hate most about fucking old people who work. Like, people in their, like, they're like, the people in their, like, 50s, like, 40s, 50s. The problem is, like, the people who can work in these offices, like, all they care about is work. Their entire life is work. I sit there and I work. And work. And they're so fucking boring. Like, at least, like, when I'm talking to, like, somebody like my father. Shout out to my father. At least when I talk to him about work, it's, like, interesting because he does his own thing, right? He is important. He ran his own companies, right? He is like somebody that, you know, you talk about work with who's like actually, you know, insightful and interesting. These people, like, bro, you've been working at like this random bumfuck place for like who knows how long, and you were like, yeah, I'm chilling at my current rank and I don't need to progress. That's fine. That's okay. But don't pretend like you're an interesting person because of it. Don't, like, you have made this job your entire, like, this job is your personality, and you've decided to, like, you know, stagnate at it. And that's fine, but, like, why would you make your entire life your work when your work, like, I don't get it. I just don't understand. And it makes them boring. It makes them boring people. I'm sorry, they're just boring. They're very nice. They're very sweet people. I talked to them. They were very kind. They're very helpful to me when I'm trying to learn stuff. And I can, like, ask them, like, oh, man, do you, like, know about this, and that? And they're like, oh, yeah, this, and that. It's great. It's fantastic, but you're boring. I'm sorry. I don't, you're just not an interesting person. To me, at least. And so, yeah, that's what I don't get about, like, the older generation, I guess. Maybe this is just, like, a generational divide. I am younger, they are older, because I feel like back in the day, like, work was, like, so much like a thing, right? Work was your thing. When you did a thing, it was like the work was the thing that you did. That's the only thing you got. Everything else, like what else are you doing besides work? You go home, you can sit on your ass for 5 hours, and then you go to sleep, you go to work again. That was your thing. Nowadays, we can be fun and interesting and cool. We have all these different things we can do. Look how much more interesting we are because, like, of the internet and shit. And so that's my beef. I feel like so many people are still trapped in that, like, I don't know, like, work is my life. I go to work and then I go home and I kiss the wife and then I go to bed and I do it again. Like, bro, come on. Do interesting things with your life besides going to work all day. So that's my beef with these people. All I feel like I could talk about them with is work. It's all work. And so, and like the people who are actually interesting, the people who I actually want to talk to, the people who have, like, things and cool ideas and stuff that they do, stuff that's interesting, that I want to hear about. All those people, they don't go to the office party. Because again, they don't have, like, they have other things to do than go to the office party. So I will never be going to any office party again. Never. I don't care what workplace it is. I'm not doing it. This is my official, I'm swearing off office parties. I am not doing this shit anymore. I don't care about your office party. I don't care that there's free food because the food was shit. It was. The food was shit. They had skewers of steak and chicken. It was the driest steak I have ever had in my entire fucking life. Oh my God. Room temperature, dry ass steak on a stick. And they put that in front of me and they said, eat, fucking pig boy. I could have cried. So yeah, there you go. That is the Sheepo03 rant about the office party. It sucked. And I knew it was gonna suck. I knew it. I fucking knew it was gonna suck, dude. I don't know why I pretended to myself like, oh, we can meet some people and make some friends, mate. No, I can't do that. They are coworkers. They're not my friends. They are my coworkers. I'm not here for love. I am here for business. Why do you think I walk around the office and I don't really talk to people like that? Because I don't. I don't need to. I'm good. What the hell is this? Relentless 10? Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That is my... I wanted to see my frame perfect count. I'm gonna go re-enter because it looked zoomed in, and then I'm just gonna T, bam. I just never understood it. How can you be so... it so confuses me, man. I hate the I don't know. I have beef with the idea that work is your life. That sucks to me. What a shitty existence. All I do is work all day. Like, if you're owning your own shit and you're doing your own thing, I get it, because it's yours, right? That's the thing about, like, work that confuses me. It's not yours. You are working for somebody else. There's a company, there's an overlord who is benefiting from your labor more than you are. You are not being paid fairly. You're never being paid fairly. All your wages are not going to you. That's by design. And that's intentional, and that's fine. That's not a bad thing that not all your wages are going to you, because you have been given the resources and materials to do this job. And so therefore you must pay it back somehow. You have to pay it back. And that's fine. You're going to dock my wages. I'm not going to get paid as much. That's fine. But because of that, because what I produce is not mine, what I put out is not something that I own, I can never get attached to it. I can never love it. I can never be addicted to it, because it's not mine. It's not that 100% of my efforts aren't going into me or it benefiting me. That's why I talk about them, like, taking things from me. I'm never going to let them take my passion, or I'm never going to let them have it. They can't have my passion. They can't have my joy. They can have my brain. They can have my intellect. They can have my hard work. But they can never have the things that actually matter to me, you know? They'll never get that from me. That is mine and mine alone. And that's what I love about having hobbies outside of work that aren't work. I can do things that are categorically not work. My key hates me today. So yeah, there you go. The Sheepo03 rant about hating work. It really just is when it tips back. Just gotta hit it when it tips back, and then you'll get it every time. One frame off again. So there you go. I haven't completed a single run yet. That should work. That was awkward and weird, but it worked anyway, I guess. We take those. All I really care about is that first frame perfect. The second one is like a... if I'm lucky. Just gotta tap it really, really fast. You gotta just, like, really just bink it. You just gotta really, really hyper tap it, brother. It should gotta be. It really is crazy how much I get one frame off. I think I'd rather be one frame late than one frame early. That's earlier than I thought it was going to be. That's interesting. I thought I'd went early. How curious. Such a weird timing. It always feels like I'm off. Maybe that's just got to be the feeling, right? If I feel like I'm off, then I've nailed it. I keep missing that back part, though. That's kind of annoying. Just when it tips back, baby, that's when you hit. Wow, that was super off. Jesus. I hope I still am attached to the game. I am. That'll work, but it'll put me behind, I think. There you go. You just gotta wait a little bit longer, and then it works out great. Yahoo! Look at me go, baby. They say Sheepo 3 can't ball. And then they look at me hoop and they say, damn, why can't he stop scoring? It's a bar. It's a bar. It's a tragedy bar, but it is a bar regardless. Barring, but tragic. Ugh. I feel like what's... I'm ravished. Is that the word? Ravished? Ravished does not mean hungry. Ravished? That's gotta be. It's sexual for sure, but hold on. Ravished. To fill with intense delight. Oh, so it is. Fill? Fill, huh? Really? Fill. Is that the word we're using these days? I'm gonna ravish that pussy, brother. Why hasn't like fucking Chief Keef used that in a verse yet? Where's Lil Wayne? Where's fucking Eminem? Fucking dictionary reader Eminem where you need him, bro. Bro's gotta ravish that pussy. Come on now. You can't leave that pussy unravished. What kind of baller would you be? That's what I'm saying. I was watching Counter-Strike at work again. Not again. Well, yes, again. I've been doing it. I'm worried about what happens when this tournament ends. Then I'll have nothing to watch at work and my life will be boring and miserable. I get to look forward to the tournament every day, and it's great. I've been able to watch some fun games. My team lost. Well, my one team won and then my other team lost. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I get one. You know, you can't be selfish. Because then it would suck, because then I'd have two teams going up against each other. I don't know who to root for. I'd be like, damn, this sucks. I think it does suck. It sucks more when you have a team that you root for and a team that you also root for going up against each other. Because you're like, how do I decide? Who could I possibly root for? The answer in this case would be in this case, it's easy. The team that I usually root for is the team I don't root for. This is fantastic. Yeah. I swear, there's like a sub-pixel timing that I'm missing here. That does not hit. Tragically, they say. It doesn't hit. You can make a grown man cry. Nope. Yeah. I have like a 4-frame window, or I think a 2-frame window. Something like that. It's a smaller frame window. It's not 1 frame, but still. The facts remain. It's curious to me how many different variations there are. Stevie, I thought I was going to be alone forever, honestly. Jesus. All right, everybody just pulls up all of a sudden. Bro, I was having a good time talking to myself. What the hell? I finished telling all my fucking stories, and now you ruined it. Now I can't tell I don't want to tell my stories again. I had so much to tell you about. I had to tell you about the office party and the homeless lady and the fucking... Why are you streaming so late? This is normally... I guess I am streaming a little bit late. It's because of, like, I wanted to eat. No, not the office party and the homeless woman. They're two separate events. Separate events. Not homeless party. I did not party with any homeless people. There was actually a lack of party, actually. What do you want to hear about first? We can go over these events. What do you want to hear about first? You want to hear about the homeless person or the office party? You can choose one or the other. You can't have both. You have to choose one first. I'll tell you both. Are you squatting in the office party? Oh boy, yeah, because that's what I did instead of streaming yesterday. If you're wondering, oh my god, my precious sheep stream was gone. I understand. It's a common, sentiment. But no, I went to an office party. Yes, I went to the homeless party. No, I went to an office party, and I said, oh, I'm gonna go to this office party. I'm gonna be like nice and friendly, and enjoyable. I have a promise. After this office party, I've decided to make a promise to myself. I will never go to a fucking office party again. That thing fucking sucks. Office parties are boring as fuck. Don't go. It's not worth it. I don't care how much free food they offer you. The food is shit and the people are boring. No offense to the people. They're very nice, but they are boring. The problem with office parties is that they select for the most boring subset of people in your office. In your office, there are going to be separate sections of people who are interesting and people who are boring. There is a sharp divide. The line is clear. Some people are interesting and some people are boring. The problem is all the interesting people who have like shit going on in their lives don't go to the office party because they have other things to do besides going to some dumb office party. The people who are boring, who only do work and only care about work and only live for work, and that's all their entire personality is their work, they go to the office party. Okay? That's all it is. I talked about work the entire time at the fucking office party. I wanted to die. I wanted to shoot myself in the fucking head. I did want to do it. It was boring, and the food sucked, and the steak was dry. It was well done steak on a stick. They gave us steak on a stick. That was our little appetizer. Oh, have some steak on a stick. Okay, it's on a stick. That's fine. It's dry. Never go to an office party. It is not worth it. I'm promising you right now. Don't do it. It will not, I don't care how like, oh, I should be social. Oh, I want to make friends. You're not going to make any friends. All the people you actually want to make friends with are not at the office party. Do not go. Thank you. That is my rant over. I will never go to another office party again. I made a terrible mistake. I had to sit there for an hour and a half talking to people who I didn't really want to talk about things I really didn't want to talk about. But there I was. But I met some people, I guess, and they were nice. They were nice people. They were very nice people. Everybody there was super sweet, super kind. They were boring. There you go. That's the office party. All right, homeless person. Let's talk about the homeless person. It's a very funny story, actually. It's a hilarious story because it ruined my morning today. Okay, so the thing is, every morning I wake up and I work out. That's my thing. I wake up and I go to work out. Today, I go and I wake up and I go to work out. I put on my workout clothes. I walk up to the gym. And I walk up to the gym and I notice, oh shit, our little weight room It's dark. Somebody turned off the lights. Well, that's not normal. People don't turn off the lights in the weight room. They're always on. And the door's ajar. I'm like, okay, the door's ajar. That's like pretty normal. But I walk in and I notice there's a bunch of random clothes on the weight machine. Why did somebody leave their clothes on the weight machine? Also, more pressingly than the clothes on the weight machine, it smells like shit in there. Like genuine, like human feces. It does. It smells awful in there. and there's also the door ajar to the boiler room that's also connected to our weight room. The door is ajar there. I'm like, oh. So some homeless person snuck in and got into the fucking weight room. That's what happened. I knew exactly what happened since day one. And I walked the fuck out. I said, I'm not working out. What do you think I'm going to do? They sent us an email about it. About like halfway through the day. Like in the afternoon, I got an email about the homeless person in the weight room. Apparently, and this is what they said in the email, they removed her with great difficulty. that was their explicit wording, which I'm like, damn, I feel so bad for you. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the battle against the homeless people has not been won. We have not claimed victory. Gavin Newsom has failed his job. Homeless people, there will be a war, and it will be waged by people who have homes versus people who don't. And that will be the real war, okay? Proletariat versus bourgeoisie, it's a lie. That's my story. After stream, I'm gonna go work out. If they've fixed the workout room. I don't know if they have. I hope they have. I'd imagine they have. So there you go. Kind of funny how a homeless person managed to get into my apartment complex, but still, I don't know how they did it. I think they said it was our defective garage door, which makes sense. Our garage door is definitely the most susceptible to homeless invasion. I think an interesting thing that I've been thinking about is something I've kind of come to. I don't think there's like a kind of a weird little attack on my current office. I don't think hot people work for the government. I don't think hot people work for the government. I feel like on a whole, my workplace is much less attractive than my last workplaces. My last workplace on average was way more like attractive compared to my current workplace. There are like people who I'm like, yeah, these people are just hotter. Maybe traditionally, maybe in my own taste, I don't know, but like people at my old people at the news were hotter than people in the government. And that's such an interesting thing to me, because you wouldn't expect it. Would you expect it? I guess you would expect it, but it's so weird. Like it's like a weird little phenomenon, I guess. I'm not used to it. Like, just I was so used to being surrounded by hot people. Maybe it started bumping my self-esteem up, actually. Maybe that's the problem. I started to have way more self-esteem because I was like hanging out with a bunch of hot people. I'm like, oh, I must be hot as well. Now I'm hanging out with a bunch of, they're not unattractive. I don't think I'm not hanging out with like horrifically ugly specimens. Like, I'm not hanging out with creatures or anything. But it's just interesting how like on average, people are just uglier. I need to get a haircut. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm just looking at my haircut every day. I'm like, damn, this fucking sucks. This fuck-ass haircut. It'll happen to you eventually. What? You'll go to work in a place with not a bunch of hot people? I don't know where you guys work at. But I feel like traditionally a lot of my workplaces have been filled with like at least one person I'd say like, oh, they're pretty hot. They're pretty attractive. I feel like that's been like every single one of my workplaces have been like, there's at least one person who I'm like, yeah, they're definitely, I'm into their looks. You're saying you're gonna get ugly too? Oh, you're saying I'm not ugly now. Ooh, Mirez. Aw, Mirez, thank you. You didn't have to say that. Oh my god, thank you. I don't like the idea of like, I don't want to like talk in depth about this. I think it's an interesting observation. I'll leave it at that because I feel like it definitely feels a little weirder to start getting into the attractiveness of all my coworkers. I did it somewhat in the last job, but that I did it in my last job mostly because there was just one person who like the one girl who was like insanely attractive. She was a phenomenon to me, and so I feel like I had to talk about her because I'm like, this is a curious specimen of a person. Because like, you know, it's different. Like when you're like kind of traditionally like like you're pretty hot, it's like, okay, like that's a different experience. But like when you're like fucking hot, when you're drop dead gorgeous like that is like that, it starts to change your actual how your life progresses in a meaningful way. And so that's why I talked, I think, more about the attractiveness of my coworkers in my last job, just because it felt like it impacted at least the one person more. And I thought that was very interesting. In this job, people are just like, they're kind of like a normal attractiveness. They're like very fucking normal people. They kind of just exist. And all the other people in my other jobs, they felt like anomalies. And I feel like that's such a weird thing to me because they felt like normal people. And now I'm like looking at them now, they look like, I feel like I rolled down the hill and I'm looking back up at the hill. Like, how are you people standing so tall? When in reality, you know, I just rolled down the hill. It's a curious feeling, I think. Because everything else about this job is great. But they're just like the little, I think it's how it goes. It's all the little things that you start to notice once you actually start to do the job in earnest for a little bit. And that's what I'm going through. Just the understanding of like, okay, there are benefits and there are drawbacks to everything. The dream job, there is no such thing as a dream job. The dream job is a fake lie that they tell you so then that you'll keep looking. One more hit, all right? It's like gambling. Don't believe it. Basically, all you should care about in your job is, do I want to kill myself? Yes, no. If the answer is no, good. Are you making good money and do you have good benefits? Those are the only things you should give a shit about. Am I helping the world be a better place? It's like whatever. Am I surrounded by people who, well, I guess if you're surrounded by people who want to make you kill yourself, then you should probably quit. But like generally, like those are the 3 metrics you should care about in a job. Or the 2 metrics. We'll simplify it down. Do you want to kill yourself? And do you get that squeeze? Those are the 2 things you should worry about. Everything else is irrelevant. And I'm saying that entirely dead ass. It does not matter. Nothing else matters. I don't think seeking joy from your job is the right way to go. Now that depends how specialized your industry is, I think. The problem is that my job is like not super specialized. I guess it is like kind of specialized, but it's like generally like applicable to a lot of people. A lot of people have the skill set necessary to learn how to do this job. But like once you start getting into more specialized areas, that's when I think gaining active enjoyment from your job becomes a much more like active requirement. Like if you're going to work like in a like chemistry lab, because you know, my mother was a chemist and one of my siblings doing not chemistry. I don't know what science. It's complicated. I don't do science. But the one science person in my family, like they're probably gonna get like a PhD at some point, and that's like a very specialized. Like you can work in like one industry, and so if you're not fucking with what you're doing there, it's not like you kind of have to find enjoyment from your job in that sense because you've invested so much damn time in college. Anytime you get a PhD, it's like you got to really love that shit. And for me, I didn't invest any time in college, or I invested basically the bare minimum I needed to pass all my classes, do all the things, get my degree, and then I'm out. And then I can do, and so yeah, that's all I do. And that's probably what's going to happen to me at the end of the day. I'm going to work in this maybe not this dead end. It's not dead end. It's a live end. I'm going to work in this area, work in this job for basically my entire fucking life. I'm going to become a kind of a tenured worker. Will I ever become a manager? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to be a manager. That sounds like a fucking bitch and a half. I like the idea of not having to be on call. The problem with all the good managers that I know or have I've worked with have always been like, I'm always willing. I can always talk. If you need anything, just call my phone. Fuck no. Don't you ever call me. When I'm off the clock, I don't want to hear a word. Being a manager sounds like a pain in the ass. So maybe not a manager. I think the one thing I might be interested in is literally like being like a personal assistant. I think that would be like something I would consider doing. As like a as like a weird side tangent, you know? Unironically, because of like civ events, I'm like, this could be interesting. Because I think I'm really good at it. I'm really good at just like being like a little helpful little boy, just like running around doing tasks, like random tasks and stuff. That's something I'm good at because I learn pretty quick, and I can pick. And I have like I don't want to say a modicum, but I have enough common sense to get by. I'm not like generally stupid, and I kind of have a lot of varying knowledges of stuff, right? So I think being a personal assistant could be an interesting thing. Like to being a personal assistant to like some like rich person or like some big CEO. I'm just like their secretary. That could be cool. That could be fun. As long as the pay is good. But I think that could be like an interesting tangent that would kind of get me out of the public sector. Because that's what I'm in, the public sector, as opposed to the private sector. But I imagine like, I don't know where the money caps out for me. Maybe like 10K a month is where I cap out. Was that in a fucking 10 years or so, I'll cap out at like 10K and then I'll just be chilling like that for the rest of my life? Probably. That's what I imagine is going to happen. And because I don't really spend all that much money, I have a ton of money saved, and then I can be like a bum in retirement and go like, I don't know, shoot hoops. Grandpa at the basketball court. Let me get some water. I'm thirsty. Oh. We're back. My hair. Look at it. Can you look at it? It dropped so low. It dropped so low. Look at me. So many drawbacks. I need to get a wolf cut. Sheep and a wolf cut? Uh-oh. 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 I don't think I'm going to go do full runs today. I'm probably just going to do like some half runs and I'll fucking quit. Just like a little bit of practice. Just a little practice sesh. Let me get myself my full game open. Just some late game runs and we'll see how it goes. Red ball. As I listen to this fucking synth wave. Slowly going insane. Dropping, my brain is dropping frames. I'm losing it. I'm running on 31 frames a second. Goddamn, somebody stop me. Ah. Falling into the abyss, ladies and gentlemen. The abyss of my mind. And the abyss of my mind, I would argue, is not the worst place in the world. You could be in worse places. Mostly because I've existed there for so long that you kind of get you. It's like if you sit in like a solitary confinement room for long enough, your brain will start to like make images to entertain yourself. Like you'll start to like hallucinate shit. And that'll make it interesting. And it'll make it more bearable, I'd imagine. And so that's kind of what I feel like sometimes. When I'm trapped inside I don't want to... It's a funny little like brain tester, I guess. More than a... it's a joke. is what I'm trying to say. My mind is not that bad. I don't think anybody's mind is that bad. I wonder what it is like to hear somebody else's thoughts. I feel like, you know, like the telepaths of the TV shows make it sound so easy. But like, how much like random shit is flying through the average person's mind on any given like minute or second even? How active is your mind on like, because like you don't remember your thoughts. Like even like the second after you think of it. A lot of that shit just go, a lot of that noise in your brain just goes. How clean is your mind, I wonder? Because I feel like I'm pretty good at like focusing on like one thing at a time. Like I'm thinking at one thing, maybe it'll switch around really fast, but it's still one thing, right? At the end of the day, I can't think of like two things at the same time. And even then, like, even if I'm not like, I can't, like, what does my thought sound like when I'm not focusing on thinking? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm trying, like, this is like, I don't know if this is just me, but sometimes when I try to, like, think, it'll be, like, white noise. And then it'll end up, like, I'll just come up with something and it'll sound like I've actually thought about it. When in reality, the entire time, my entire brain was just like, shh, nothing was happening up there. And so I wonder, how much, like, does that... Is that good thinking? I wasn't pressing W. I forgot. But it's like, I wonder how much of that is, like, necessary. No one wants to see Red Ball no more? I don't fucking care, Ramirez. I ball regardless. Bro, you can roll back stream. I've been talking to myself. I talk to myself for like half an hour. And I will continue to talk to myself. You want to know how crazy I am? You want to know how crazy I am, Mirez? You haven't seen crazy yet. You want to see how insane I can get when there's nothing happening in chat? The fucking insane places my mind will go? Man, I remember back in the day when I used to have 0 people in chat, I'd feel sad. I'd feel bad. Now I can truly, you know, I can truly dig. Where does your mind go when there is no stimuli? When you are trapped in the isolation cell that is Red Ball. Because this is what Red Ball is. It is the isolation cell. Now, normally, when I'm in my isolation cell, I usually have bars, and there's people around the cage that look at me. And they kind of gawk and point at me through the bars, and it means I feel like I'm connected somehow. Now, imagine what happens when there's nobody there. The walls are solid. The bars are gone. It is just an empty fucking room, and it's just me and myself. What really happens? How deranged can I get? See, now it sounds corny. But no, I think it's an interesting test because I will continue to talk ad nauseum when on stream. It doesn't matter if I make sense or not. Like I was just talking about like my whole brain fog thing. Like what does it feel like? What does my brain sound like when I'm not focusing on thinking? Because I know what it's like to focus on thinking and like actually like really think hard about something. I can trace my thought process. But when it's like I'm focusing on something else, I'm doing a task or something, like what am I actually thinking like? Or is it just all like instincts? I'm just not like my mind is just empty. I'm just like when I'm playing a sport or something. When I'm really focused on like a video game or trying to win at something, like is my brain just fucking empty? No, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is empty. I'm just going off straight like instincts and vibes. But sometimes I am like, I have like brain blast moments where I'm just like, I have this clarity. I remembered sometimes doing that in Deadshot, unironically. Deadshot was the game I remember the most because it would just be like, I know exactly where this guy's going. Like, it's like we're playing a 50-50 around a corner. I'm like, I know exactly where he's going to peek. And he would peek there and I'm like, I fucking knew it. I would just, that's how I would think. I'd have the brain blast moments. Other than that, it felt a lot of vibes with Deadshot. And then when I was streaming, it was like a totally different thing because I had to, definitely when you're doing two things at the same time, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Streaming is truly a challenging task. Not many minimum wage individuals could do what I do. What's harder, streaming or minimum wage? What about streaming while minimum wage? Hassan could never. Hassan's streaming, but he doesn't make any money off Twitch, and instead he has to work 8 hours at a minimum wage job every single day, except weekends. Famous Twitch streamers, but they actually have to work a fucking job. Oh my god, what a beautiful concept that is. That's frame perfect, by the way. That's so early. Oh my god, it's a tragedy. But I was on it. Man. People who have never had to work a fucking job in their life learning how it is to work a job. It would be so boring for them and for us. Nobody would be fun. Nobody would have fun. But I think that's what you want. It would give you some sixth sense of like carnal justice. Because there are just people who have just lucked out in life, who've never had to like actually do a fucking normal job. And some of those people are like relatively chill and normal, and they're not weird. And some of those people are. And it's like, how did you, of all the fucking people that deserve to not have to worry about like minimum wage shit and like have all that time, like how did you get away with this? Like I look at somebody like Timothy Chalamet or somebody, it's like he doesn't work a normal job, but like I get it, it's fine. You're rich and you're famous. This like you're a person who you're rich and you're famous. I'm okay with. I don't have like a beef with that. Maybe I don't like you as a person. Maybe I don't like your acting. Maybe I don't like your fucking stupid smile. I don't hate any of that. I don't hate Timothy Chalamet, but you seem okay. You seem like okay. You seem like relatively like generally down to earth. Maybe you're a little insane because you're rich, and all rich people are always insane, just by the nature of their wealth. But you seem like, as opposed to other people, like pretty grounded. What about when you get less grounded? It feels like a lot of streamers like that. A lot of young streamers who get like, who go big when they're like 16, 17, 18. I'm like, bro, you are so gone. It's like Justin Bieber. You must be so insane. I want Showdown to be as big as Clash Royale. Could never handle CM Bolt. The problem is Pokemon Showdown is not designed to be... It does not have pop appeal. Turn-based games are fundamentally limited in how accessible they can be, Miraz. I'm sorry. A turn-based game will never be as popular as a real-time game. And that's just the facts. Why do you think so many of these like strategy games try to turn themselves into like simultaneous strategy games? Everybody can play at once. They all go that direction. Because they can't. Because turn-based games are just not like, they are fundamentally limited in how many people will be interested in them at any given time. But I get what you mean. I think the one company that does ironically have a chance of making a big one is literally Pokemon, with fucking Pokemon Champions. Whenever that comes out. Pokemon Champions unironically has a chance of being the biggest like turn-based battler. And everybody will get to see mirrors. The thing is, like, your dream might have a chance of coming true. People will get to experience the pain of CM Bolt. Okay? They will. You just have to wait. It will come. Oh man. One Sucker Punch 50-50. Do people use... Sucker Punch is crazy. Charles, in my chat, I'd never see the day. Charles, are you doing anything interesting with your life besides, like, I don't know, working, getting pussy and shit? Because I'd be doing one of those things, but not like the other one. I substitute getting pussy with going live. There's actually, the thing is, here's the fun fact about the OBS app that people won't tell you, is that there's actually two buttons on OBS. It's either go live, and then right next to it is the button that says get pussy. And I always click the go live button. I've never clicked the get pussy button. So, hilarious fun fact. No, Backrooms, yes, that was the thing that you were telling me about. Or telling the world about, because I saw the announcement. Yes, Backrooms. How is that happening? Will it be will it be interesting this time? No. I mean, you have like, it is supposed to be like a more small scale thing, but like, do you expect to like expand it, or do you expect to try to get more people on the server, or are you content making it like a smaller like little role play event as opposed to like a larger scale thing? It's bigger now. I'm sure it's bigger. I mean, people invite people, right, Charles? But I already got about 50 people. I'm talking about like bigger than 50, all right? 50 might be like, you'll get like maybe 20 or 15 that play regularly, right? In a server of 50 people. You ever gonna do any like, you gonna do any marketing for this bitch? Or are you just gonna like, do you want to keep it small, or do you want to do like some real marketing for this hoe? I don't think you do. Are you gonna ask me to make another trailer? Because I would do it. With my new computer? It's what Progeny was before the tweets? Nah, I wouldn't say that. I'd say there was more people in Progeny. Word of mouth type shit? Hey, I'm down for that. I mean, look, Charles, my pile of boxes grows. Okay, I hope you know that. I bought some Apple boxes for my computer to sit on. Thinking of another trailer? Hell yeah, brother. You know the vibes, I'm just telling you, you know the vibes, bro. Just say the word. I'll make it using Flashback instead of Replay Mod this time. I want to learn how to use Flashback. It'll be a good excuse to learn how to use Flashback. Get myself into that ecosystem. Imagine I hit level 10. First try. I'm imagining it right now. Thanks, Schlag. Ish made a peak video. Man, what a crazy timeline of events we're all in, huh? I fucked it up. Tragic. I'm gonna do it anyway. It is funny that Ish is the cause for all of our success. We are truly slaves of Ish. Ish rules my tight fucking hole, dude. It's a true fact. I'll send you a second Discord invite. Huge, if true. I've just been doing a bunch of blocky hockey stuff recently. People have been pissing me off in blocky hockey, bro. People been done pissing me off, bro. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of those hoes. Motherfuckers be getting me mad because they're talking shit, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear none. Okay. Some motherfuckers are talking shit about the Sheepster, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I had to go off on them, because the thing that's crazy about me is that the one guy who was talking shit is also one of the people who I'm like, yeah, that's one of my homeboys. He's in my DMs, always talking to me in my DMs. And then he was also in there fucking talking shit about me. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What's this behind the back shit? Why you try to fuck me raw like this? I was so confused. I wasn't mad. I was shocked and like befuddled by this behavior. I'm like, bro, you were always in my DMs glazing, and now like the moment I say something bad about your players, you're like, damn, Sheep, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no hoes. He wasn't saying all that. He was just like saying, damn, Sheep, you know, you're so mean on your rankings. Why are you being so mean for him? I'm like, bro, because he was playing like shit. That's why I was mean. Why do you think I was talking shit? It's not because I hate him as a person. It's not because I got personal beef with this man. In fact, the person who I was talking shit about is somebody who I would imagine that I have like a closer relationship with, because he's like, we've talked before in DMs, we've talked in on Discord, and he's been a great guy. He's fantastic. And you're still fucking out here talking shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck did I do? Oh my god, it was crazy work. It was the craziest of work. I didn't know I didn't know what to do. I was befuddled. I mostly got pissed because the one guy was talking shit. Who's the one guy? Dude, he was like I don't want to say his name, but he was just like, he said some shit about like, just like, oh, the rankings can suck anyway. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can disagree with my rankings. You can say like, you know, I got no puck knowledge. That's fine. I have to DM some people about some stuff on, because I want to finish off my blocky hockey tenure of being like a try-hard blocky hockeyer. I'm gonna like scale back my involvement with the community a lot, but I want to do some stuff before I leave. Suggest some ideas to people. Finish off this year strong. This season, I should say. Season, not year, not season. Because I did my thing. The spirit of HGox compels me. What's going on, Mirez? You playing a little bit of Smash Bros? What's going on, brother? With the Sheepo 3 Melee streams? Imagine the Sheepo 3 Melee streams, bro. I'll download Melee right now. Let me buy my ass a controller. Oh no, man, the spirit of HBox compels many, okay? The problem, like the problem with being the GOAT is that people will treat you like the GOAT and act like you're the GOAT. And HBox is the GOAT. He's such a creature, dude. HBox is such a fucking anomaly of a creature, dude. Man, he was really popping in quarantine, wasn't he? I wonder what kind of viewership he's averaging these days. What kind of numbers is HBox pulling? Because, man, I remember back in the day, brother. The good old HBox stream comes on, I'm like, hell yeah, that's my boy right there, bro. The HBox stream? Are you kidding me? Are we talking about peak on my timeline? Peak? Shout out to... I'm playing Smash Ultimate with my sibling. I can't cook with anybody besides Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is just, you know, you're either... You either got it or you don't, bro. You either got it or you don't. And I feel like you just you have the HBox gene in you, bro. You have the Hungry Box gene. You can't stop that shit.
Are you ready?
Damn, is bro washed? No. He'll still pull 7-8 hour streams. I wonder what his YouTube is pulling these days. I love HBox, bro. He is such... HBox is my favorite creature. Of all creatures, he is my favorite creature, and that's what I love about HBox. Nah, he not really pulling views like that on YouTube. That's okay, though. He don't really post like that anymore. He was on his fucking... Dude, HBox probably has so much fucking money, bro. He's probably got he's probably got crazy cash. He's got dollar bills popping up in his bank account, bro. He is crazy work. Shout out to the boy. I got love for HBox, brother. I don't know what to tell you. It's just like there are so few streamers that I actually watched, right? HBox was one of those guys. I don't watch streams. I don't watch Twitch streams. I find them generally not I'm just not into it. They're just not for me. But man, HBox just had it like that, man. I don't know what to tell you. The tournament runs, the character, everything, man. HBox had that shit, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. He would it was just every single time, all right? He'd queue up another set. And he'd turn on the fucking song. He'd slam his fucking stream deck to play the one song. And then he'd just run it, bro. And it hit every time. Oh my god, it was like crack. Will he win this time? He never did. He never won because he was dog shit the fucking game. But he was good enough to make it. He was good enough to make it interesting, but not good enough to win. And that he was, man. Truly, HBox had a generational run. Okay, once in a lifetime. HBox was for the masses. HBox was for the people, and that's what I've realized about myself. That I am like, as much as I proclaim myself as some high art enjoyer, I enjoy the finer things in life. The fresh bottle of wine at the end of the dinner table. What is that? What a combo! I'm tasting elderroot, a little bit of a tinge of blueberry essence. No, I like the basic shit. I am a enjoyer of pop music. I enjoy the popular things because they're popular. I enjoy the things that are sold to the masses because I am the masses. I am the masses, and so I enjoy it because I do not limit myself. Well, I don't want to make this like a bold thing, like a bold claim. I feel like sometimes these high art people, it feels like they limit themselves. Like the things that are made for the people can never be good. The things made for the masses can never be enjoyed. Maybe it is slop. Maybe HBox's streams were slop. And that's what I'm thinking back, and I'm gleefully, reminiscing on the slop that I ate and how much it was sloppy. But maybe the slop is okay sometimes. Maybe it's fine. Maybe you can make high quality slop that can be appreciated by many. Just because it's appreciated by many doesn't mean that it can't be enjoyed, or it can't be, is lauded the correct word? I feel like lauded is something you would hate. I have to look up the word lauded now. I think lauded is like a bad thing. You don't want to be lauded. Oh, my ball. Somebody, hold on. There's an article talking about Josh Allen, and I need to read that. What did Josh Allen do this time? Is the headline actually interesting? Josh Allen dead at 35. No, he's having a kid. Okay, who cares? Bitch, I don't care about your child. Your child. Josh Allen, you don't even play for my football team. I just kind of hope you win a Super Bowl at some point because it feels kind of fucked up that you've been scammed out of your Super Bowl for so long. Shut up, Patrick Mahomes. Imagine he wins this year. Oh my God. Everybody would be calling it a fraudulent Super Bowl if the Bills won this year. Everybody would be calling it fraudulent. I'm telling you right now. Because who have they lost to in like the last however many games? The Chiefs. Who are they not playing? The Chiefs. It'll be the biggest asterisk. Maybe not of all time, but it'll be up there in terms of like, why is that not happening? Why am I not going forward? It'll be a pretty big asterisk over, your whole thing. And I would feel for Josh Allen. Luckily the Bills are kind of shit, so they won't win. Well, who will win the Super Bowl? That is a curious question. Apparently the Denver Broncos are good. Who cares about the Denver Broncos, though? The Patriots might win it. Apparently they're looking good. Green Bay Packers, I feel. I'm happy with what Green Bay is doing. Eagles aren't going to win shit. That's great. Dallas isn't going to win shit. Also great. Man, I'm trying to think of, like, what's the team that really has a shot at it? Maybe the Colts. Are the Colts good? I feel like the Colts are good. I gotta pull up the football rankings. The Niffle. The Niffle, as they say. The Niffle standings. What are the Niffle standings? Patriots are killing it. Bills, 9-4. It's not bad. Dolphins, 6-7. It's doable. They might make it. Steelers, 7-6, but their entire conference is shit, so it doesn't really matter. Jags, 9-4. Shockingly. Shout out Trevor Lawrence. Colts are actually kind of okay. They're 8-5. They might make it They might make it as a wild card, but they have to beat out the Chargers and Texans. I thought the Texans were washed. They are not washed. Broncos 11-2. Chargers 9-4. I really hope the Chargers do something. I love Justin Herbert. I believe the Chiefs are officially out of the playoffs. I don't think they can make it anymore. Let's see the NFC. Eagles are 8-5, top of their division. They'll make it. Cowboys 6-6. They might not make it. Oh, I don't think the Cowboys are going to make it. I think it's going to be a struggle. Packers 9-3, Bears 9-4. So that entire division. Damn, Lions 8-5 as well. Christ, that entire North, NFC North is crazy. South is basically Panthers and Bucks fighting it out. I really hope the Bucks win. Panthers are, whatever. I like Bucks. Baker. And then Rams, Seahawks, Niners. And Niners, the fucking NFC is a fucking war zone, bro. There will be your wild card is like you have to go like 12 and something if you want to get a wild card. Jeez, man, they're gonna make you fight it out right now. Let's see. So there's like how many? There's 18 games you have to play. Hold on. Games and there's 17, right? It's 17. How many games in regular season NFL? Let's see. 7 each of the 32 teams play 17 games. That's what I thought. 17. So there's 18 weeks, 17 games. So 10-6 is not going to be good enough, unfortunately. The Niners, I don't think that they might not make it, bro. The Niners just might not make it. They have to win. What's the Niners schedule looking like? If they got a tough schedule, they might be fine. Okay, they're up against the Titans. That's good. Then they're up against the Colts. Oh my God, Colts, Bears, Seahawks. Oh sheesh, the Niners are going through it right now, brother. Let me tell you, 4 more games and they basically got a freebie that they have to win, and they gotta lock the fuck in. Playing the Colts on Monday Night Football. Oh hell yeah! Now you'll have to see that. A good Niners Monday Night Football game. You don't. What a rare treat I have. So they're going to have to really battle it out right now. They just got off their bye week, I think. And so they're playing. Hopefully they're just going to like kind of dispatch of the Titans efficiently. And then we can kind of move on to the bigger and better things of this world. It's cold. It's just always cold. I always have to wear this. It's just cold, man. It's just what it is right now. Life is cold, and that's fine. It's cold and there's nobody to hold me. I have to buy holiday presents for people. Scheisse. What am I gonna do, bro? I'm telling everybody to get me socks for the holidays. I like texting people at 6 a.m. just to fuck with them. I want to see how real they are. Are you a real grinder? I will say, speaking of the food situation, I feel like I've just been locked down by like my main bit. I feel like I've just been locked down because it feels like my food situation is like fantastic and wonderful again. I like my little pizzas. My frickin' tortilla pizzas. They feel great. They're healthy. They work. This is what I want to eat. It's just so efficient. It works. So we're going to hope that this is going to be the boost. The only problem that I'm still having is that fuck-ass calories, bro. The problem is cereal. I gotta stop eating cereal. I gotta find some way to get off cereal. Because it's not a functional. There's too many damn calories in cereal. It's just so many. feel like I don't eat that much. But maybe in reality I do eat that much. And I'm just tripping. I don't know. I guess I have to give it like a month or so. And then we'll see if we see any like tangible improvement. I gotta go to Safeway and I just gotta like scroll through the cereal aisle. Just see what the fuck's up. I think that's what I gotta do. Just check out all the calorie counts. And just see what's happening. I mean, they have those like Cheerio protein. What are the Cheerio protein things? Because they've been like shipping those hard. Cheerios protein. Let me look those up. See, yeah, it's like the Cheerios protein. They've been hyping these motherfuckers up. They got 3 flavors too. I'm like, that's crazy work. How many calories they got though? Oh my goodness gracious, that 190 calories a fucking serving? Tell me it ain't so. 150. Okay, that's not bad. 150 is not the worst thing in the world. How many servings per box? Let's see. 11 servings per... Okay, 11 servings per box. Is pretty bad, actually. You want less servings per box. Yikes. 11 servings per box. Brother bear. For an entire... Like, it's 8 servings per box of the Honey Nut Cheerios. With the protein Cheerios, it's 11 servings per box. And they're like the same size box. Serving size, they say, is 1 cup. What's the serving size of Honey Nut Cheerios? Let me check. Hold on. I'm doing some math here. Maybe it's just a bigger box then, because mine says 1 cup as well. Okay, it's 10 calories less, but the health benefits certainly have to be added in. What's the fiber like? Well, you can't really tell because there's no fiber. 2 grams. Damn. You know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a little bit expensive. But some extra protein is not going to hurt anybody. Let's see the Cheerios. They say they have low cholesterol. Who cares? I don't care about your cholesterol. Let's see. 1.5 cups? That's the difference. 1.5 cups of Cheerios, a full serving size. That's why I gotta start buying Cheerios instead of the Honey Nut stuff. I wanted to lie to myself and say, oh, Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios, they're the same thing. Nope. Look at the serving size. 1.5 cups? Are you kidding me, brother? Yup. Wonder what the, let's see, sugar? They've got like 0 sugar. They got 5 grams of protein. And they've got 4 grams of fiber. What about, dude, the Cheerios, dude, the protein Cheerios might be the biggest fucking scam of all time, bro. This actually is this is a fucking lie. We're not serious. Where are the damn nutrition facts? Oh, bro. They're 8 grams of, that's all they could fucking fit in there? That's all they could fit in there? For like almost double the calories? For 1.5x of the calories, all they could add is like 3 more measly grams of protein? Holy shit. Protein Cheerios are a lie, brother. Do not buy that shit. Ever. Do not. What a scam. We just got lied to on live TV, brother. Protein Cheerios my fucking ass, bro. Have regular Cheerios. Mix regular Cheerios with protein powder. I swear to God. Problem with the raw protein powder is it tastes chalky as fuck. But like, damn. We are getting lied to, ladies and gentlemen. All right, regular Cheerios is going to be my new cereal choice, I think. I think it has to be, right? It's got the fiber. It's got, you know, a decent amount of protein. I mean, not a decent. It's got enough protein to fucking keep you alive. Cheerios have got to be it, brother. I guess El Clasico is El Clasico for a reason, right? They don't call it El Clasico for nothing. Like, what is the cereal? When you think about cereals, it's Cheerios. Everything is O's. Whenever they make the cereal jokes, whenever they make up like a fake cereal, guess what they add at the end? It's O's. Cheerios are the cereal. Of all the cereals, Cheerios are the cereal. And we are simply passengers in that world. Cheerios runs the world, and we are simply living in it. And I think it's time to return to our roots of cereal as cereal enjoyers, because we are all cereal enjoyers. Very few amongst us would say they despise cereal. They hate it. They can't find a single cereal that they enjoy. None would say, or at least very few would say that I hate cereal and I would never have it. If somebody gave me a bowl of my favorite cereal, well, if they have a favorite cereal, if they have a cereal that I liked, I would not eat it with glee. I would eat a bowl of my favorite cereal with glee. I would do this. And I have them many times. But the lie, or the lie that these fancy fucking schmancy cereals that be popping up on shelves, these are the heroes. They are not your heroes. I wonder what the calorie count is on fucking, like, Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes gotta go through the roof. Those things taste sweet as hell, bro. They put the juice on Frosted Flakes, bro. They spun up the goddamn power mixer on that hoe. I swore. That shit tastes like candy. Probably it's because it's closer to candy than actually like health food, but they're allowed to market it as a health food because it's made with grain. I just want to make it past level 7. I'm just going to tap. I tried to go too fast, God. I need to more consistently make it out of 7, I think. Ooh. But maybe that dream is actually truly an impossibility, and I'm gazing at the stars, hoping that something will come that never will. It's like watching a comet pass by and you're like, I wish upon a star. And it's like, bitch, that star ain't gonna do shit for you. I wish upon a star. Like, what the fuck that star gonna do? This star's probably looking down like, what the hell am I gonna do? I just got wished upon. What the hell does that mean, bro? What, you want me to make that shit come true, bro? I'm a ball of gas. I cannot help you. That poor star, bro. It's going through it. I think we got the required speed. Well, we did have the required speed. Keyword, past tense. I might got it. I'm slow. Well, too slow for even that. That's like awful. Well, at least I won't have to slow down. 22 seconds? Yep. Well, at least we'll make it through the fast way on 8, but that's still not going to make us get sub 40. $41, $42, $42. I wonder if we save time on 6. 9, I should say, sorry. You can't save time on 6, it's impossible. No. It was an awful 9. It will not go down in any history books. Not because it was the most awfulest, but because it was the most... It was just awful enough. Now that right there, now that's a 7. That right there. That's a God's gifted 7. You are gotta be kidding me. They killed me. They watched me die. I stood upon the pedestal for their sins, and they watched me burn. This is like being frozen and flee the facility and nobody comes to save you. I figured out why flee the facility maps are designed the way they are. And it's because when you're playing in really high level lobbies, the killers kind of just dominate. And I'm not kidding about that, bro. If you've ever played in some of these high level lobbies, bro, because like I figured out when they all play like at the fucking dead of midnight. Like you got to be playing at like 10 p.m. and then you'll get into a lobby full with like 6 different people who are level 1,000. And that's how you know you're really in the fucking sauce. And you'll get in there, bro, and these people are doing crazy shit. And the killers, bro, they will just fucking eat you alive, my brother. They will do this. It's a cutthroat environment in 10-player Flee the Facility when you're actually playing with people who know the game like that. It's how I knew that I'm like, I think I know shit, and it's like when you think you know something, and then you meet somebody who actually knows something, and you're like, damn, we are not the same. Damn, sub 18? Crazy work. Oh, I should have just taken the fucking slowdown. My big, fat, dumb head gets in the way sometimes. I try to look at things straight and I can't. I can't see past my own eyelids. Beef with my chick when I'm in jail. TikTok infects me. I don't know what to tell you. Slow. I got the low bounce too. If I just held, it would have been phenomenal. Marvelous. Sub 18. Sub 19. She gotta be on your mind. Baby girl, what's your name? The deterioration is inevitable. My thoughts have started to stop. My thoughts have started to stop. The wordplay is just immaculate. I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's not a first. Can I get sub 40 off that hoe? I mean, it's a pretty decent. It's like not a impossible 7 time to get sub 40 on. Oh, there you go. Learn something new every day, I guess. That is not something you should be learning. Learn something new every day, they say? Damn. Who the fuck lied to yo ass? What an awful mistake that was. Learn something new every day. What the fuck was I doing? I really did just stop thinking for a second. What? I slowed down so much that I died? Many are asking. Charlie Kirk, save me! He's dead. And many more will die. Many. Charlie Kirk was not the last person to die. It's the sad fact of life. Charlie Kirk was not the first, and he will not be the last. Just death in general. We just think about Charlie Kirk sometimes because he was so influential. He saved so many lives from being unfunny. And then he died and everything became funny again. When Charlie Kirk died, humor was invented, and I'm like, finally. I found my purpose. It's so crazy what they've done to Charlie. It's not crazy what they've done to Charlie Kirk. Is it born out of hatred? Partially. Not totally. I think there's an element of like the memification of Charlie Kirk that literally just came from his existence as somebody who is like just kind of lame. And then also I think it came from like just the way he fucking died, I guess. Like, what a way to go. While having a conversation, just getting a fucking shot in the damn neck. That video was crazy. If you've ever watched it, don't watch it. He was so dead. It was I've never seen it. Like, I guess I've seen gore videos where like people literally get their heads chopped off. Not like I'm not sitting here bragging, because some people will brag about like the gore that they've seen. Like, I'm back in the day. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I'm happy we're not sending random gore pictures to each other anymore. I'm glad. I'm glad we got out of that era of like, you know, baiting. I'm trying to think of like a word. It's like gross baiting or something. I'm not making up shit. I'm glad we're not doing that anymore. Like shock baiting anymore. Why did I stop? I was going to make it. I'm glad we're not doing that anymore, but it's still funny. To think about, like, I guess there's just something so much more visceral about it, because it is very candid. I think the problem with a lot of gore videos is that, especially like the ones that are really gruesome, they feel kind of pre-planned. That one is very authentic. There are some gore videos that you see, like, it's just like, you know somebody's dead, but then you actually, like, you see, like, the fucking evidence of it. It's like, that's crazy work. Yeah, that Charlie Kirk video was, like, genuinely, like, yikes, bro. Do not watch that. You want to see a man be dead like that? Oh my goodness gracious. He was the most dead I've ever seen. Pretty much, yeah. It was crazy work. He had to get shot in the fucking neck. It felt like his death was born to be made fun of. Of all the play, like if he got shot in that, like in the dome piece. But the neck, bro? Oh, not the neck. They shot him in like, I don't know, they fucking hit him in like the spleen, and they hit like a major artery. It's not fun. Man. Charlie Kirk was born to be made fun of, I guess. It's just that when he was alive, it just wasn't as fun. But now that he's dead, everything is so much funnier about Charlie Kirk now. I'm going to end stream the moment I get to level 11, which means I will get to level 10, and I'll keep retrying it until I hit level 11. But apparently I just can't hit there, because these late game rooms are fucking me hard, ladies and gentlemen. Good time. 18.1. You'll never have hatred for an 18.1. You'll have hatred for that, because that's a sub 40 killer. I think I make it. I do. Level 9's kind of been treating me like shit. There you go. Perfect. Beautiful, dude. Fucking picturesque. Nailed it. Too early. Fuck. That'll kill it. That'll kill it, brother. Yep, alright. Well, gamers, there you go. The Sheepo 3 stream. A quick one. A spiffy one, some would say. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, but I've got to get out of here. I will talk to you gamers tomorrow, Saturday. We'll be doing some stuff. Maybe Minecraft, maybe something else. Who knows? We'll kind of spitballing. Either way. Peace. Bye.